are here with the special guest today, Mr. T Pablo. How are you today, Mr. T Pablo?
I'm fine.
Welcome to the show.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
Thank you. How you doing?
Mr. Pablo, will you please tell us what exactly made you come up with the concept to have a show that would bring solutions to women's everyday issues?
Well, that's a good question. When I was coming up in Detroit, I came up in an environment where the women were matriarchs.
Right.
They basically controlled the system that we lived under.
Yes.
Meaning that you weren't allowed to do things that embarrassed your community. I come from a community of proud black people. The community I grew up in was basically controlled by blacks. It was called Royal Oak Township. It was off 8 miles, on the side 8 miles.
Okay.
All the store owners were basically black. The mayor was black. The police were black. I went to George Washington Carver School. I know everything about a peanut you can think of. And so I had longed for those days, because in today's community, you don't see that.
Right.
The women back then had a code of ethics. You couldn't go down the street and mess with Susie B because she was single and come back home, because everybody would know about it. One of the things I saw that disturbed me was that women had adopted a philosophy, not all of them, but a lot of them had adopted a philosophy that any man is better than no man. I have daughters and I have granddaughters. So I said that if I had a TV show, it would be geared toward solutions for women's issues.
Yes.
Now, what really made me really come up with that really sealed the deal, was when I went to a relative's house in West Bloomfield.
Okay.
And as I was going in, he was coming out.
Okay.
And I said, well, where you going? He said, well, I'm going to a meeting there. We heard it was a crack house in the neighborhood. I said, in West Bloomfield, everybody driving Bentleys and Mercedes. He said, don't worry.
Right.
Every day that crack house is open, no man in this town is going to eat or make love to his wife.
Oh my God.
He said they will get out in the street with pitchforks and torches like it was Frankenstein before they allow a crack house to exist where they children, little girls couldn't play hopscotch and boys couldn't play baseball because it's a crack house, crack addicts walking down the street.
Right.
So I say, wow, when I thought about that and I thought about how I grew up, he was absolutely right, because I got 10 brothers at one time. They're not all here now, but my mother's house had to be spick and span before we could eat.
So you believe that a happier woman makes for a happier world?
I do.
This show is for you ladies. It's all about the solutions to your everyday issues. We're not going to ponder on the problems. We are here to provide solutions for you. You are watching Detroit Class 313.
And we're here with T Pablo Loman, executive producer of Detroit Class 313. And I had a question in my mind, Mr. Loman. I see that Detroit Class 313 had a lot of hits.
Those hits were on the website. I put the website up, and within a month and a half, I had 20,000 hits.
Wow.
And I got a call, and I was told that my show was interesting, and I was invited to the producers of radio and TV show.
Beautiful.
And this is something new, but because it was close to my heart, again, my mother always told me if you take care of women and children, you would be blessed. And I'm enjoying it because it's my passion now. I really do believe that women have a lot of answers and solutions to what's going on in the community. Well, I looked at it like this. When I look at my community today, if we are in charge, we're not doing a good job. So I said, what we're going to do, we're going to find out what they want. How do they feel about themselves? And let's cater to that, as opposed to we're going to tell them how their life should be or how things should be. We're going to ask them what do they want out of life, and let's provide it. And I do believe that if we do that, even men, we'll be happy. If y'all happy, I believe we'll be happy.
I think you're right. I think you're right, Mr. Loman.
I do. I feel like
Good concept.
if women are happy, our community would be more beautiful. Little girls would be able to play out again. Men would be more willing to protect as opposed to sell drugs. I mean, I'm not saying all men do that, but we got men that's drug dealers more so than women. I mean, everybody does it, or men rape and things like that. I'm sure there's some women that do it, but it's basically men doing all this bad stuff. So don't tell me I shouldn't give it to women when we had the opportunity. And I'm a man. I'm not putting myself down. I just realized I haven't did a great job myself.
Okay.
We aren't doing the things we need to do, and we're just going to see what the women are talking about, and then maybe we'll get together and provide the protection.
So tell us, Mr. Loman, what is it that women can gain from watching Detroit Class 313?
One, I feel that my show touches on issues that concerns women. So what I want to do is, each time we have a show,
Yes.
have a topic, whether it's health,
Okay.
education, Social Security, real estate, hair, nails, husband, babies, whatever.
Right.
And we'll hear, based on that, what we need to provide to help you attain those goals. Yeah, we're not only going to offer solutions, but we want to help women with businesses.
Okay.
You know, we want to help you, because look at what the political environment is about. They don't want you to
It's pretty much mostly
access
men.
to abortions
That's
or
right.
family planning.
That's right.
And it's bothering me.
So you want women to be able to make their own decisions more, to be heard more.
Well, yeah, women basically, I believe, make their own decisions, but we want to make sure, or we want to help facilitate them making educated decisions.
Okay.
That's why we bring experts in the field of
Professionals.
the topics
Yes.
that we're talking about,
Yes.
doctors, lawyers, whatever.
Okay.
And again, like you said at the beginning of the show, we don't talk about problems. We're going to provide solutions.
Yes.
Like I tell my daughters or whoever, my kids, they have a problem. I say, well, what's the solution? And when they start going in opposite directions, that's not
You
solution.
bring them
I'll
back
bring
to
them
the
right back.
issue.
Bring 'em,
Now,
Yes.
the solution may be a situation where you have to sacrifice something,
Okay.
give up something, do something different. Tough. That's the solution,
That's
though.
the solution.
If you want to change,
You
got
have to focus on
yeah,
the solution.
If you keep repeating and doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results.
Okay.
The definition of insanity
Okay.
is when you do the same thing and look for different results. That's the definition of insanity. And sometimes I think we're going insane because we keep doing the same thing.
That's right.
And we talk. I look at all our
That's
politicians, all our preachers, and they'll always rehash problems to us. And they would never offer up a solution. So my mission from this point on is to bring solutions to issues that's concerning the women in our community.
So how can our women, the viewers, be a part of the show? Their opinions be heard, the things that our viewers want to hear, how can they be a part of that?
Okay, on our website, we have a box that you can fill in.
Okay.
www.detroitclass313.com. Let me say it again. www.detroitclass313.com. You go there, we have a suggestion form you can fill out.
Okay, okay.
We have a P.O. box that if you want to write me,
Okay,
you can
great.
write.
You're watching Detroit Class 313.
We're here with T Pablo, our dynamic executive producer. I would like to know, where do you expect this show to go?
I expect this show to go wherever women are. As a matter of fact, on the website, we have a international women's issue forum that we're linked into. We're also linked into the Michigan National Organization of Women. I want this show to reach every female on the planet because I just want them to know you need to absolutely consider yourself valuable. My grandfather wanted my grandmother so much, he built 3 houses with his bare hands, okay? So if a man is not willing to, as Chaka Khan say, through the fire to the wall, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
what it's going to
exactly.
take.
That's right.
That, and my daughter, Amarachi, who is a producer for my show, I tell her that all the time. Your body is valuable.
That's right.
Don't give it to anyone unless he's like your dad.
No,
All right.
I worked all my life. And the things that I did as a musician was when I had time. But my job came first because I had children. Okay?
Yes.
And so that's where I'm at.
That's excellent.
Well, what would you have to say to women that have low self-esteem right now?
Well, what I don't want to do is become an expert on women, because I'm not.
Right.
I can only go by what my mother said. Do for women and children, and your life will be blessed. I do not get in the way of a woman's ideas, her dreams. I don't care if she's my wife. I'm going to support whatever she do, because I want her to be happy so I can be happy. I don't need to come home to a mean wife.
Right,
Okay?
right.
Only thing I can say to them is watch the show, because we will have experts to help you whatever your issue is, whether it's education, whether it's
Right.
employment, whether it's taxes. And one of the things I do want to hit on, women should be prepared for when the man is gone, whether it's through death, divorce, or whatever. You got to protect yourself while you marry.
Great.
That is.
And if you don't like, if your husband got to go with it, because if he cared about you, he would voluntarily say, baby, we got to protect you just in case I'm not here anymore.
So
All right.
what you're saying, Mr. Pablo, is that you want women to use this show as a tool to live better lives and become better women.
Well, if not necessarily as a tool, but just as another source of information
Another source
that
of
they can
information.
go to. Where I want my show to go is every night. I want you to tune in. We will have a guest that will hit on an issue that vitally concerns a woman.
So if they tune in and they watch the show and they listen to our professionals, are you saying that the information that they receive from us can help them live a better life, or maybe become a better person?
I hope so.
You hope
because I've learned a lot in the short time we've been on the air about women. And we had a doctor, what was her name?
Dr. Tina
Tina
yes.
Parkman. Fabulous
Yes,
doctor.
that was
lady.
a wonderful
Wonderful.
show. Yes.
She imparted some information
Yes, she did.
that I found
Helped
to be
women out with relationships and different issues.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Tina, that was a wonderful show. We appreciate you for bringing Dr. Tina on.
Oh, Dr. Tina, she was fabulous.
wonderful.
So do you believe?
Even Mr. Searles.
Oh, Mr. Searles, that was a
Mr.
wonderful
Searles
show.
was wonderful.
Thank you for Mr. Searles. So you believe that if the woman is happy, the home is happy?
Of course.
Okay.
I know when my mother was happy, we was cool. When my
Okay.
mother was mad, we dodged for cover.
Okay.
I remember my dad told me, say, son, you want to know about a woman? Keep an eye on your mama. And my mama could throw a shoe around the corner, right? I was like, oh, Lord.
Wow. We want, again, ladies, well, I want you all out there to know when you're ready to pamper yourself, I want you to visit our people in the Greenfield Plaza at Dial Face Studios. Tia, thank you so much for the beautiful makeup, the eyebrow arch, and the lashes.
And I want to thank you, Brandy, so much, from Erin D'Angelo, The Salon, on 6 Mile between Greenfield and Southfield. That number is 313-459-5410. Thank you, Brandy. I love you.
And I want to thank Vocal Mob for being a sponsor of tonight's
Thank
show.
you, Vocal Mob.
Let's hear it for
Thank
Vocal
you,
Mob.
Vocal Mob.
Thank you, Vocal Mob,
Vocal
and
Mob
thank you
magazine.
so much, Mr. Pablo.
Okay.
We appreciate you for
Thank
this
you.
show
All right.
and this opportunity. So much for inviting us into your home. You are watching Detroit Class 313, TV 33, WHPR Detroit.